All right, and we're back. How's your weekend, guys?
Good.
Awesome.
That's
Just
long
great.
week.
Yeah, because we had last weekend. So I think Adam, you were at the beach.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard not to have a good time at the beach. And like Madison got to see the beach for the first time, which is always
Oh.
special. And then like Isabel, like she could be at the beach all day if
Oh,
we let her. We had to like bribe her with ice cream every time we wanted to leave the beach. It's like, all right, we'll get ice cream. She's like, all right, I guess I'll leave the beach then.
Well,
It
you
was
didn't
good.
get when you were visiting here. You didn't get a chance to like go to a resort, something.
We went to a resort for a few days when we came back in February.
Mm,
And I guess there was a beach there too, but
mm.
in the last couple months, like she's just fallen in love with it. So it was
Yeah.
fun. I mean, it was good. It feels like so long ago because it's been a really long week. Have y'all also been this
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this week's lasted forever?
Yep.
I think it's because of there's a lot of things you're doing, and then there's a lot of stuff maybe your check boxes and stuff. Yeah, how about you, Dale? What did you do last weekend?
What did I do last weekend?
Yeah,
Wait.
I think we just
Hung
had
out,
to do
hung
that.
out at the pool.
Oh, you hang
I
out.
think
Yeah.
well, I think every other week they have a DJ on. There's like a resident DJ here now. Yep.
It's
So
so
like people
Miami.
hang out. Yep.
Yeah, so Miami. Aside from DJ, I think I saw you had a story about like a CrossFit thing. Oh, is that even
Oh,
CrossFit?
yeah, it's like a fitness class.
Oh yeah.
So they
Good.
that's
It's Miami,
more of
right?
like yoga. Yep.
Dude,
So
Dale, you
yeah.
spend like 3 hours a day in the gym at least.
No, it's just
So
an hour.
It's either the
Seems
gym
like
or
it.
at the pool. It's just like next to each other.
gym, pool, tanning, laundry.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah.
living the Miami lifestyle.
Yeah.
And you get the I know we have Memorial Day weekend this weekend. Is Memorial Day a thing in the Philippines? Is that a dumb question? Is that not a
I
holiday?
think so.
No, it's
We
not.
have
It's
that.
not a
Yeah.
holiday for
Yeah,
us.
I do.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
What is it about again? Is it for the
I think
veterans?
for
Like
yeah.
hot dogs and beer or something?
Yeah, we're celebrating hot dogs in here. Everybody
it's-
stopped working and then it's
We just don't work and we drink beer. I don't understand what's
Yeah.
hard to understand about that. No, it's Memorial Day. So it's Veterans Day is for people serving in the army, and Memorial Day is for people that have passed away
oh, okay.
in service of that. So it's weird to say like Happy Memorial Day because it's not a happy.
Yeah, it's technically
You
not
really
a happy
shouldn't say
day,
that,
right? Yeah.
It's not. It should be a solemn day, but it's turned into NASCAR,
Yeah.
and
Hot dogs and beer.
tattoos, and beer and hot dogs, and driving fast motorcycles. That has to do with it. So
I'm thinking we have our own version of that. I don't think we have Dale, right? There's no like a Philippines version of like remembering.
like World
No.
War II, maybe.
Well,
Is it
there's
a
like
World War
National
II Day?
Heroes. There's National Heroes Day,
Yeah.
right?
That
But
would
I
be
think we
equivalent.
don't. Yeah, we don't
But
celebrate.
I think
this.
the military isn't so big in the Philippines. I would say.
Yeah, they're only
Wait.
like 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm just
like
kidding. That's a
hiding
bad
people.
joke.
Yeah, yeah. You should have gone like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I know. People are not just 5 feet.
We don't have a big
Yeah.
military. You know?
Yeah.
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 No.
I
We
mean,
don't
if
celebrate it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if other countries would like invade the Philippines, we would just surrender immediately. I think.
Yeah, that's why we're so good at like welcoming foreigners because
Yeah.
we don't want them to kill us. Yeah, we had that experience before with Spaniards, like, oh yeah, welcome guys, and then like they started like taking over,
Yeah.
yeah, with their guns and armor.
And
Yeah.
there's just Spanish tapas and weird
Yeah, and then like
eating
the
habits, and
yeah
taking naps.
the best way to survive is just like be their friend. So that's
Yeah.
we're so good to like visitors.
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism
Yeah.
behind us.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember the National Heroes Day because it's a holiday in here, and then we log it at work. Me and Dale, like we log it like yeah, we're on the Philippines is on holiday. And I remember like who's from he was oh Louis not working today, yeah, and then yeah, won't be working because it's a national it's a holiday in here. I didn't even know it's a National Heroes Day, and then I replied like, so I think he looked it up. A holiday in the Philippines today, National Heroes. So he replied like, "Oh yeah, so happy National Heroes Day." And I was like, "Oh, so that's the holiday, okay." Thanks. I didn't know that was a holiday. I just know like I'm not. I I, I just know like oh I can skip work today. It's a holiday. Yeah, it's good.
How dare
It was
you're
just fun.
so,
It was
so
just fun.
inconsiderate.
Uh, he's the one who like pointed out that oh it's National Heroes Day. Like what do no, no we don't even I don't even see like ads for it. Like celebrate
Yeah.
our past heroes.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
military in the U.S. is like, it's a big thing. Like it's always like
Yeah.
support the troops and thanks for your service, and it's not a bad thing, but it is a
Yeah,
big
it's
thing. You know,
it is a big thing. It's like you appreciate them more because if you know the details of what they do, both good and bad things, it's not easy to be there.
yeah,
To get shot.
good and bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like, and down here in the South where we live, there's a lot of this is where like a lot of soldiers come from. A lot of Southern people.
It's probably a way to like promote it too. Like, yeah, join the military. Join it. Because I remember when I was there, like I see ads for like Army,
Yeah,
Navy. Yeah, there's
does the
always
Philippines
ads for
do
that.
that? Do the Philippines
I
have
don't
like
see
commercials?
No, I don't see commercials. Yeah. Yeah. They feature it. I think in the past like administration they like there's our president like promotes it. Like it's just a way of like showing value to the military, but I don't see ads like join the military. I have friends who like are cops, but I don't really hear someone saying like I want to join the army. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's not that
And they even took out
which is sad.
so we used to have a like
Military
they
training,
said
right?
yeah, military, yeah, and they took that out. It's supposed to be like required for like college students, but they called
Yeah.
ROTC, but they took it out.
Really?
I guess yeah.
Yeah, because there are people, people abusing power in here. So yeah,
Well,
there's a
it's
hazing.
always
But yeah, we had it in high school though, like a 2 year, no, like a year of military training, and then they also like remove that. I don't know. It actually it's better to have that, especially those at that age, like 15, 16. It's good to have those that it's like you're respecting the order. Like also um he's our I forgot the term. It's not in a company. It's like a CEO. So in the
Yeah.
army, it's like so let's say it's a general. So he's a general. So you're like because you see the value of those following orders because you have like a platoons, right? And then there's like exams or like tests. Like how are you gonna command the platoon to be formed this way? So everyone should like listen. Everyone should follow. So it actually like gives you that value of those things. Because right now I think they don't have it. They just like have community service. Yeah, you see the kids nowadays. They just like dance in TikTok. So maybe it's related. Maybe it's not. I don't know. It's just that's what I see. That's the difference I see.
I think you're right.
I think it should be an option, an option. It should still
Yeah.
be there, but it's kind of like there should be like options for, an elective one. Maybe that's military
Yeah.
training, one for maybe whatever they're having now, community service, and just so
Yeah.
people can still take it. I mean,
Yeah,
you get
and then-
you get something from it, right?
And then
But
people
yeah.
tend to like if someone cool or someone like popular does it, everyone's gonna like, yeah, I want to do that too. Yeah, it's more convincing to like join. Oh, and I'm gone. Maybe he's
Maybe the baby's not.
yeah, maybe. Reta. Si ayo dati yung Bisaya sa tayo. Buta na kog light blue lang sa kuan. Mura kog gamer ba?
Doldo na tong kuan ba?
Sa
Lighting. What's na yung mic? Zoom.
Zoom.
Zoom?
ZDM1.
Kompleto
Buta-
gid lang kuan.
Na sila headphones, pero dili ilang headphones ang pero ang ilang audio interface ang gigamit. So, nindot ang kuan eh. Pero di pa kay ko kuan, tanaw na ko ron sa sa post kung Pero nindot siya. Take sa reviews niya kay good for voice good siya. Dili siya for wala siya advertise for music and then I think enough for siya if ako naman po na diri then di ra kay mo bounce ang mga ba bang sounds so yagapon ko sa kuan so
You have a
sure
guess?
you have
You're a surprise guest.
Surprise guest. Yeah, last week we had no, last week we had Galay. I think now we have we have a guest. She's
Sorry
awake.
about that.
It's fine.
She
She's
woke up and I didn't want
Yeah.
to interrupt the conversation, but now we're good.
Yeah, she's it's because of we're talking about like a military training, and Matt is like, oh, I want to join in that conversation, you know.
She's got like PTSD or something. She doesn't usually wake up, but of course it would be right when we do this podcast. But
But did you? How did you know? Did you hear? Or you have a monitor there?
yeah, I'm sitting with the monitor,
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
and she's
like,
like,
oh,
started
okay.
talking. I was like, she started moving. I'm like, crap,
She's
that
like
should be
sleeping again.
She's gonna fall asleep again. Like
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
pretend like she's not off camera. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see her from here?
I don't know. I
okay.
don't. Yeah. And it's
But-
fine because you have your headphones, and then you can just like talk directly to the mic, so it can't be like
Yeah.
that noisy. Yeah.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
But sorry, what were we talking about? To resume, what was on the agenda for
I think we're
today?
the first one was AI. I just call it her.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 GPT for
GPT 4.0. I don't know if you've seen the ad. They should have seen it. Someone just told me about it, and then I looked at it, and so it's more conversational now.
Yeah.
The AI.
Yep.
It I still call it. You know, I don't want to call it her. Like it,
No.
Yep.
she. I don't want to call it she. Yeah, because it talks more like a person now. Even
Yeah.
if you listen or watch Joe Rogan's podcast with Brian Redban, he was asking that GPT 4.0 about like how are we gonna solve the energy problems, and then if you were a politician, are you gonna take over and stuff? And then it keeps answering like that the human value is still important, like because of empathy and those stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like political, but it's hard to like if you listen to it if you don't know anything about AI and you just hear that voice, like you're gonna assume that it's an actual person. It's too clean,
Oh.
like the way it talks is clean, but some people talk like that, and then you're gonna assume like it's a real like polish, you know, person like that. And then you can change the voice whichever you want. The accent, I
So-
think. You can change the accent.
And that's the scary part.
Right, scary is the right word. Thank you, Dale.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now, I guess in its early stages, you'd be able to, detect or determine, but ultimately its goal is for it to be undetectable, right? At least,
Yeah, people can't tell.
yeah.
And there's no stopping it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like there doesn't seem to be controls that are reliable to
Yeah.
like stop it. Like
Because
if it stopped right now, then it would just be a fun conversation to have. But when you see the progression and like the exponential growth, like just in the next 5 years, it could be in a
And there's a lot
Very
of gray
scary
areas too, like, how to manage it so that I guess we don't really know the exact impact, right? That's the kind of the thing
Yeah,
about
'cause-
AI. Well, once it reaches a point, we don't know what, because it thinks on its own, it can do things on its own. So,
yeah, because right now I think everyone's just trying to make their own version of AI better, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, this is gonna be better, this is gonna be better, and that's GPT 4.0 is the one we see, right? So
yeah.
imagine like the military's version of it, Russia's version of it, China's version of it. They for sure like someone's gonna think like, how can we use this as an advantage, you know?
Yep.
That's another good like side example of that is like the GPS system is maintained by the US and there's other GPS equivalent systems that are used by other countries, but GPS has become the global standard. The military has a version of GPS that's way more accurate.
Yep.
Pinpoint
That's
accuracy that the common people don't get access to. I mean, AI, there's no doubt about it when you say like what version does the military have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the AI is nobody really understands what goes behind the scenes once, as it grows. I mean, it becomes more like a person, right? Where you can't really,
yeah, it's surprising.
yeah,
Because it's
mind
trained it
it's
to like
yeah,
answer it in a different way.
yeah,
But that's it's gonna be different like for other questions too. So you don't really know like what's gonna happen for other questions for other things.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should stop like thinking in terms of like the human perspective in the grand scheme of things. Maybe AI taking over was inevitable. Is that
It's
too negative to say?
yeah,
That's
that's
what the
true. I
experts
think too.
actually see. You know,
Yeah.
it's they call it. I forgot the term, but there's a point where you don't know what would happen because it thinks on its own. Basically, it becomes like a
Like
human, right? So it might try to take
Skynet.
over because
Becomes Skynet.
And that movie becomes more and more real
yeah.
every year
Yeah,
that passes.
like
Because I don't really know what what drives it to. I mean, us. I don't know what drives you to do something like reach your goals or do that. I don't know how it does it. Why it
oh
tries
yeah,
to.
like
What forces it to learn. I mean,
a
does it,
mission. Yeah,
for us, it's
I-
more like we need to. It's how we keep ourselves alive, right? But for them, like the AI,
Yeah.
what's like the motivation for them? I guess it's kind of like a reward, right, for you to do something. So it must have like,
that's
I don't know. I'm not.
yeah, that's
That's
I think it's
something.
like humans. We have like the dopamine. It's not a system, right? Are you going to call it a system? Yeah, it's like we get dopamine for like completing tasks, eating. So it's like in line.
Yeah.
So our objective like survival and all. But I don't know for AI because how they program it to be have
What's its drive?
like the feedback, right? That was the
Yeah.
because I forgot where I read this. So it's like an argument that it's not gonna take over because it doesn't really have like ambition. It's still like you're setting the output that you want and it's gonna provide that. So
Yeah.
for AI, it's like it doesn't have that ambition of its own yet. But I don't know. Maybe it's just not telling us wrong. That it's just keeping it a secret. Like
Yeah,
try
is
to deceive
deception
us.
built in? Does it know how to lie?
Probably.
I don't know. Probably though, if
Like-
you're that smart.
Yeah. Does it have like a moral code? Right. It doesn't.
Yeah.
And then like.
Wait,
Plus, you have
give me
like,
5 seconds. Okay? You can just continue. I just
And a moral code, is there an off switch? Is there a way to
Yeah.
unplug it and just
I
like
don't know.
totally kill it? And what if, I mean, it's not what if, it's when this gets in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
Is there a way to stop it? Is there a way to fight
Yeah.
it?
I mean, it doesn't even have to get in the wrong hands, right? It can do it on its own.
Yeah,
can
it
have
could be
it
the
on
wrong.
its-
Yeah,
yeah.
in itself, you're right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
but
but
I
it's-
guess there's nothing, the truth about it is, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like global warming or plastic in the ocean. It's like, dude, I mean, what do you want
like-
me to do? It's this helpless feeling that's scary. At the end of your life, God knows what happens, to the next
Yeah.
generation.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Very done.
I think, yeah.
For us, it's more like we're in the like social media generation, right? For them, it's kind of that like in the future, we don't really know what.
They're going to be the AI generation.
Yeah.
And
It's gonna be a part of it.
and this has been quick, right? I mean, when did ChatGPT come out? Is it like COVID time?
I think they had it for a while.
They had it for like
it's only now
years.
where they.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but I think now they're allowing people because I think it's good enough for like people to consume, and then since it's good enough for people to consume, you can get more data by then, right? So that's why it's faster
Yeah.
to like
It's
upgrade it.
very exponential though, like how it's how it's learning from the inputs from the people. So it becomes smarter by as it's being used. So that's how. So you'll be surprised because it's only been maybe a year or two where they started. I guess when we started to hear more about it, and then now it's it's doing stuff that we didn't even know that it would do. So it's
Great.
Yeah,
it will
like-
only be like exponential. It will only learn faster and faster.
So how do you feel about it, Dale? Are you excited about this? I think you're smiling, but I think it's a scary smile. I'm not sure. Like, I know it interests you.
Yeah,
Are
it
you-
does. But it's also there's the like we talked about, there's parts of it we don't really understand, or I don't really understand, and that's the scary part of it. We kind of like, we don't even know if what we thought, what we were talking about is actually what would happen, but kind of feels like that's what would happen, right? So
Dude,
maybe it's an understanding of it. But as I said, it can grow a mind of its own. So it might reach a point where we really can't, understand what it's doing. Even the algorithms, right? Right now in social media, the developers can't really like pinpoint what it's actually doing, how it's doing it. It's just learning and learning change.
it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, humans
Yeah.
created it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I
like,
mean, it's the same as a baby, right? You create a baby, you grow, you teach and a baby, but it develops a mind of its own, and then it starts to think on its own. So it's kind of like that too.
so
It's
my
just,
baby,
it's able to,
yeah,
yeah,
they'll be
Yeah, when you
smarter
grow,
than you one day.
yeah, when it grows up, it's gonna be starting talking
yeah,
back. Like, can you buy me coffee from? Shut up!
yeah,
Shut up! I'm not doing it for you. You can have that. You can have like
yeah,
AI today.
Or
What's the weather today? Go check it out yourself.
wait
I'm
outside, you
sentient.
lazy
Yeah,
piece of crap.
I'm sentient now. I'm still
So
using
funny
this.
when it's,
Just so know,
yeah,
I'm
it has that
AI.
attitude, right? Yeah.
Yeah, not right
I wonder if
now.
like there'd be like comedian AI, AI comedians too.
Yeah.
I think they
What's the
have
deal
it.
with airplane food?
Yeah, I think they have it
Yeah,
already. Like, make a joke
yeah,
like Chris Rock or something. Yeah,
yep,
so it's just gonna have like
Yeah.
history of jokes like Chris Rock
yeah.
did, and then like try to tell
But
it like him.
I'm curious if there would be a point where it's actual, it writes jokes from its actual experience, not pulling from the experiences of other people. Right now, it's
Yeah,
kind
but
of like picking, searching the internet for a joke or something like that. But to a
yeah,
point where it starts to talk about a joke about people, what they do with ChatGPT and stuff. Like
oh yeah,
some guy tried to do this and that, and then it tells a joke about that. It's not really something that it picked from the internet. It's something that it experienced itself and then found something humorous about it, right? Like that's
Yeah.
yeah,
how
because
like comedians get their jokes, right? It's like, especially the ones that tell stories. Like, so I was thinking we would be able to do that at some point.
yeah, because if you see the 4.0 version, you can access your camera and you can point your camera anywhere, right? And
Yeah,
then say like, cause the teaser was he was like pointing the camera around, and then like, can you guess what we're trying to do here? And
yeah,
it replied like, oh, it's like a recording or something, and there's like an accent of like, uh, I don't know, they apparently it just like someone who's like gullible, right?
yep,
He sounds like that, but yeah, no, but it's actually like smarter than you, but it sounds like, oh, are you doing a recording? Wow, no.
So it's
So
giving it.
by that
So
alone,
they
it's like
get.
manipulating you already. Like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
stupid, but not.
So they're giving it eyes now. Before I thought,
Mm.
it's usually just you just type in your prompt or say something to it, do ask, just conversational. But now they're actually giving it
Yeah,
eyes.
ears too,
It's-
right? I
Yeah,
probably can like it should be like
yeah.
a
And
solid
I
data.
think I just saw a demo where it could actually determine sound spatially now, like 3D, like in this area, it could tell where the sound is coming from, who it's coming from. Before it's just like you and the AI talking. It's like one person. It would think like if I would ask a question and like somebody near me would ask the same question, I would think they would be the same person. But now it's able to distinguish the two people from each other. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
Oh, someone walked in, guy. I was like, it's like a horror
It's
movie.
another guy.
Is the like is someone really moving it? It's like one of
I
those
was
like
It's just got this dark hair that just covers her face. I had to.
because I just saw something like walk past like, hey, are you seeing something?
Yeah, no, she came and got the baby for me.
Oh,
The my cousin had a birthday, and my other cousin sent him a song written by AI that was like,
Oh,
"Fucking Red, you
yeah.
just got a Tesla.
Yeah.
It's like you're a boss, babe. You're a." And it was all this personal stuff, and it
Yeah.
wrote this incredible song that was like
Yeah.
a radio hit.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
totally legit song.
Yeah.
I was like, man, AI music is kind of like awesome. It's kind of really good.
Yeah.
I think you just
About
have to
that
like
too.
steal that, like make AI music and then like perform it live like you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And apparently
try
there's
to
no
do.
clear so they're like picking out, I guess, learning or getting stuff from the internet with regards to that, right? So like there's
Mm.
questions about, you know,
Intellectual
yeah,
property.
intellectual property, yeah, something like that. And then,
Yeah.
if, it's not like somebody stealing from, the other artists, right?
Yeah. But
So,
the thing is, like, isn't that Isaac Newton said that, right? Like, sitting in the shoulder of giants. Is people do that, right? Like, you watch someone,
yeah,
you get inspired by it, and then try. You're not really copying it directly, or maybe you copy it first, and then like later on you add
yeah,
some stuff that like it doesn't sound like that person anymore, but you do start that way.
yeah,
So they're just doing it way faster. Like AI is just doing it way faster. So I mean,
that's true.
so it's a tricky
Yeah, it's
thing.
almost
I
like
guess it's just
is originality even a thing? Is it even possible?
yeah,
Unless you were raised in the woods
Yeah,
around no other humans, like we're all
like picking up
yeah.
products of
from
our environment that we are
I,
inspired
I would
from.
think, I would think, or at least I had the idea that at some point it would be able to construct something that's very original with, it sees all the things it sees on the internet, let's say. It could find a
AI.
pattern
Yeah.
that's like different, but, kind of works with, so it would be its own, like,
Like
how
seeing a
people,
new colors for the first
yeah,
time.
yeah, or something like that. Or seeing a, combination or type of art that's not been done before. It's able to see
Wow.
all of them, but what it doesn't
Yeah.
see, it can create from that, not picking, not copying what's already there, trying to see what's already there and then creating something that's not yet there.
And
I mean, it's like a
it's gonna
black
dictate.
hole.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna dictate trends now, and then
yeah,
it's gonna be hard to like
yep,
resist it because oh, it's so good. Why is this so good? Only AI knows why it's so good to
yeah.
people. You know,
If you look at reviews,
yeah,
like people give sometimes like music or movies negative reviews because it's been done over and over, right? It's not like something new.
mm,
But right now, if AI, that's what AI does. It just picks like a certain style or copy from some artist. But at some point, it would be able to see what's unique, and it's
Yeah.
able to see, to determine what's going to be a hit to people, or what works, and then
mm,
it adds those two, and then basically like kind of what an artist does. He tries to create something new in its own.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
it's able to see too what's already out there, so it has that kind of that advantage, if you will. Like artists,
Yeah.
they just, it just comes from their heart, right? Them, it's more like analytical, based off the data that they feed from or
and
feed
it's
off.
gonna answer like it did come from my heart, Dale.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's from my heart.
Yep.
Your heart.
My heart.
My brain.
It's from my heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Man.
just saying heart just so you can understand it. But we AIs have different hearts.
Yeah.
You hurt
Yeah,
my
no, it's
feelings.
You're hurting my feelings. I'm gonna cancel you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they could cancel anyone they want.
Yeah. Yep. And it knows too, like it knows your patterns and all that. So
Yeah.
if you have something to hide, it knows what.
I know your
you don't
browser
have any-
history, Dan.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're gonna
Please
say
don't release that. Do not release my browser history.
I have screenshots. Like, what? Yeah, AI is good, guys. AI is good. AI is the best. If you're listening,
Yeah, we are
Skynet.
big fans. Yeah, big proponents.
Skynet's listening.
Oscar
You know,
of the
hell.
fans.
Yeah. So apparently, I think we're using AI for some of the, like this software. It has like an audio enhancing stuff, and it uses AI to
Yeah.
like make it sound like it's in a more expensive setting, like a studio, like, you know. So
Yeah.
with that alone, right? It's just it could be like a simple thing for AI, but
Oh, dude, you know,
We're using it
AI
multiple
there's-
ways.
in agreement with you, there are great applications of AI. Not all of it's scary. Like taking over the world. That's an extreme example. Like my friend sent me these shorts that he said were really good shorts to work out in, and I pulled up Amazon, and the thing said, based on your previous search history and thousands of reviews, we suggest the medium-sized shorts would fit you best.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sweet. I mean, thank you, AI. Like, you know my body, you know? I was like, no, I ordered medium and they fit perfectly. So like, I'm perfectly fine with them knowing like, hey,
Yeah.
we know you, we know what you buy, and you know, it could,
Yeah.
you could see that as
It's
being
gonna
kind
be
of
like,
invasive though.
yeah, it's gonna be like based on your recent searches. If you lay off the cake for 2 weeks, medium's gonna it's gonna be the right size for you.
Yeah.
What?
Dude.
Or is it? Yeah, I'm serious. Like because
Yeah.
that birthday happening this weekend, you have to lay off the cake. Yeah, it's gonna know everything, right?
Yeah. Like, dude, she doesn't love you. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Do not call her again.
Yeah.
What if it
That's
knows
something.
if it knows me
Yeah.
more than I know myself, right? Or you know yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And probably, yeah. If it's gonna be more logical, right? It's gonna be like, are you sure you
Yeah.
want to go there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when
Right.
Spotify suggests a new artist, like there's so many times where
Mhm.
a suggested article or artist has changed my life. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, when it
They know my
it
music
creates like a new
preference.
playlist for you, and then
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know this band. Oh, this band. I actually love
Yeah.
listening to this band. And then you look it up. Yeah.
I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
that's the thing.
We're
Like,
fans of AI. That's the moral of the story is we love AI.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
it,
a force.
it has its,
Yeah.
you know, like just like every other technology, it has it can help us, like, you know,
yeah,
progress. It can help us with, you know,
from a hard
lives easier.
like,
We just need to, yeah. I think
It's,
we just really need to understand what, you know, the unknowns of it, so that
yeah,
I guess we can manage or
it's
take control before it becomes unmanageable or uncontrollable. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we're
Yeah.
going to use it, might as well like learn how to use it now, right?
I think
That's
that's
not going away.
Yeah.
yeah. It's gonna
We
be
must ride the wave, as in, you know, the
it's
wave
gonna be in a point where
going up
it's
now.
we have like neural links, so
Yeah.
people are gonna be attached to AI. So that alone like, it's gonna be faster. Like if you think of something, AI is gonna learn it. So at that
Yeah.
point, it's gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be like
Yeah.
humanoids in a way. So no one's really stupid anymore. Oh no, you're gonna be stupid if you don't have the chip on your brain. So that's gonna be like the differentiator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think by the time we're like in our 60s, that'll probably be like, dude, you didn't get a chip yet? What are you doing? Like, why are you
Yeah.
suffering?
Yeah.
You know?
You'll be the
Yeah.
anti-chippers or something like that.
Just have the chip already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have the chip. It's so much easier, Dale. It's so much easier. Yeah, and then AI is gonna convince you, right? You're gonna receive pop-ups some like ads, like, oh, well, speaking
bro.
of trucks, why not put a chip on your brain? So it's gonna be like that. Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be forcing it.
Yeah. The doctor's like, hey, we got the flu shot for you, and we can also put the chip in your brain if you want.
Yeah,
Take
if you
care of
want to,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny. It's like, yeah. Speaking of fries. Oh, you're gonna order fries? How much is it? Have a chip on your brain with that.
Brain chip. Come on.
Yeah. It's so
Potato
easy.
chip,
Just like
brain
order like, for just $20, you can
Right,
have.
sympathize to a brain chip.
Yeah, you're just.
And there'll be people protesting against it, and
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
like anti.
Always. There's always opposition. At least, no matter how small, too. I think a lot of times the Twitter population, like, that's against something is always, like, way smaller than you think. When, like, oh, like 3 people on Twitter are upset about something now, you know, and then that's the story.
Do you remember, Louis, when they were handing fires about, you know, anti-circumcision people here in Miami?
I think I remember. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So they
I just
were
like
protesting about, you know, kids they're just being born being circumcised without
Yeah, they
them.
call it way worse than that. It's like
Yeah. They're
I forgot. It's like amputation or something. They made it like a different word. It was just funny.
Of all the things in the world to protest, I mean,
Yeah.
why would
That's
you
the
stop your
exact
day?
sentiment that we mentioned when you know when we were talking about the flyer. Like, there's like a lot going on in the world right now, and this is something.
Yeah, why?
That's like
Yeah, imagine-
protesting the cha-cha slide or something like that. Like, don't dance to the cha-cha slide.
Yeah. Like imagine waking up to that, right? You wake up like I'm gonna put this much energy stopping people to do the cha-cha.
You gotta think about the little...
And the funny thing is you find people like it's the same, like, yeah, you're making sense.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I'm
agree.
gonna call you Steve. Like, yeah, Steve.
I'm gonna get a
sure.
marker and a
Yeah.
sign. I'm gonna make a sign, and I'm
Yep.
walk out and hold it up.
Yeah.
No,
He already had a
slap.
thought, but he just needed like a sign or one small nudge, and then that nudge made him yeah. It's not
And
just me.
they found other people like thinking the same thing, and yeah, it's a movement. It's just someone was like making effort to like make printouts just for that. So yeah, it's funny. AI is gonna eliminate those, by the way. It's just gonna be like,
Oh yeah, that'll be deleted.
I've identified this as an unnecessary protest. I'm not gonna print your flyers, Steve. What? What Scarlet? They're gonna call it AI Scarlet. Shut up, Scarlet. Scarlet because of the voice.
Yeah,
Shut
I
up,
heard she was
Scarlet.
upset about that or something.
Yeah, that they stole her voice. I know.
She has a great voice. Yeah.
I think it's because of that movie. Like, then if you hear her voice, you
Okay.
can then think it's an AI voice, or that's a pretty good voice for AI.
I would
But it
be
could be
proud if
someone
I
with
were
a
her.
similar
That's a
voice.
great voice. Her
Yeah.
voice is it's perfect.
And then I heard her suing. So, he did that. Oh, she did that with Disney, right? She had a case with Disney for the Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. So I know. Well, I hope she wins.
Yeah, I think it was a good lawsuit. I think they kind of screwed her over.
Yeah,
Trying to
because
get
it
paid.
wasn't released in the. I think the thing is, it wasn't released in the theaters. That's why she didn't get paid much.
Yeah.
You know.
I never saw that movie though. Was that a good movie? I don't think it was good.
It's
It was a good trip.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was
It's-
a good tribute for Black Widow.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's like she's the only one that didn't have like an origin story by that
Yeah.
time. Before that, so that's why that's a very good. I watch it. It's good, but I believe it was on Netflix. I watch it or yeah. I
It's
just
on
remember it
Disney
wasn't in
Plus. It's in Disney Plus.
Disney. Yeah. I remember it wasn't in the
or Disney.
on the like a movie. On the I didn't watch it in the movie theaters.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to watch it. Yeah, it's good. I just missed it
Yeah, it's good.
when
It's
it
good.
came out. The new Mad Max movie. There's a lot of good movies out there. Free
Yeah, I haven't
Guy.
watched that yet. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
The new
Uh,
Mad Max.
Yeah, I'm super pumped about that. I'll hopefully see it in the theaters this weekend. But
I need to catch up on movies from you know A24, right? The
yeah,
studio. They make like they give artists like or they produce movies that are kind of give the I guess the writers like or a chance to express their their art, not just
Yeah.
follow like trends and that. So they kind of make like unique and I mean some of them kind of weird or it's some of them might be a miss, but like a lot of them are pretty good and not something you usually
Yeah.
see.
there's some new Civil War is a new A24 movie that
Yeah.
had some controversial scenes in it. I never saw that. I don't know much about that one though. And there was another A24 movie that casted. Oh man, it's embarrassing that I can't. But yeah, I love what they're doing, and it's not all hit or. I think we talked about this last podcast actually.
Here we touched upon
Yeah,
it a bit. Yeah.
It's hit or miss. You know,
Yeah.
it's not always perfect, but
Yeah.
thank goodness that they are out there doing something original.
Yep.
Rarely do I see a movie, even if I don't like the movie, I still will watch the whole thing
Yeah.
and be like amused by it.
Yeah. It's not just
Civil
an
War.
adaptation, right? Or a recreation. It's even something that's
Uncut
like
Gems,
yeah.
Midsummer,
Oh, yeah.
Euphoria, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I mean,
Yeah, that's
great
pretty good.
movies.
I've seen that. Very good.
That might be one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's one
Oh,
movie
I-
I really want to see next, Marcel, the shell with shoes on. It's kind of like an animation. It's a shell trying to look for his family.
Oh,
It's had pretty good reviews, but yeah, kind of.
what was
I
it?
don't know. I think I clicked A24 and it just started popping up like a lot on my
Yeah.
Instagram feed. So kind of seeing what they're like the movies in the past couple of years.
Just incredible.
Yeah.
Wow, gotta put it
Fall
on the
Guys.
list there.
Oh, Fall Guys, A24.
Well, no, I might have
Nah.
gotten out of the. Oh, it says.
It's probably like suggesting different things now.
Now, yeah, I might now AI is taking over, and now I just bought tickets to Fall Guy tomorrow. I'm just kidding. But
Oh yeah, I need to like last week, I think Adam doesn't know because me and Dale were like chatting up about gears and stuff.
Yeah.
Here's my version of a story bit because Dale told me like Louis, we're content creators now. So I said, so here's what I'll do. I'm gonna buy us like subscription to Riverside FM 2 months, and oh, that's so generous, Dale. Like Dale's like, no, I'll make it 4 months. I'll buy us 4 months Riverside FM Pro version, not the standard thing you have, that shitty thing you have. So so Dale got us like 4 months of subscription to Riverside FM. So thank you, Dale. He's so generous. So,
But
yeah,
it was actually like a
Yeah.
bundle with
yeah.
what's the brand?
I'm sticking with my version though. Like I'm sticking with Dale saying like we're content creators now.
Damn,
Yeah,
because of
we
that.
are.
Yeah. Because of that, I'm gonna buy a subscription.
It's just
Yeah.
4 months. There's a lot of podcasts and then
Yeah.
We gotta
my
make it
version.
count though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We gotta
did you
show
get-
up for
did you-
Dale.
Yeah. Did you get the bundle already, Dale?
Yeah,
The-
I just received it, but I haven't been able to
Because
open
Dale
it
got a
yet.
new what do you call it, audio interface. So he's upgrading stuff,
Oh,
Yeah, it's
good.
pretty good. Yeah. And it comes with a subscription in it. But I like my story more that Dale's like
I bought it.
wondering like how can I make
Yeah.
this better, and then like I'll make it because the pro version had that I think it up the one I was talking about earlier where it uses AI to like enhance the audio. So I'm gonna try adding that in this
Okay.
export. I hope it's better.
Ah,
Yeah.
no, your story is officially the story, Louis.
Yeah, it
We
makes
go
it-
with that being the truth.
Yeah, true. Sorry, it's more Dale though. Like Dale
It's
like
more Dale.
realizing stuff like, how can I improve this? Yeah.
No, I think we gotta show up and make it count. Like we gotta be consistent, and I
Yeah.
think we're
Right.
we're getting in the groove. It's not taking us so long to like
Yeah,
come
it's
up and shake off.
it's the clips. And when I listen to it, like I even like realize like, oh, I talk this way. I need to like work on this stuff. Like, it's actually good. Like
Yeah.
speaking
I've-
exercise.
It is.
Right,
Well,
yeah,
and you guys are
it is.
speaking a second language, and like it's almost
Yeah, that's
fair. But
No, it's a good it's a good exercise.
Practice first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because before I just like speak English on team meetings, but you don't really.
you're back.
Yeah, you don't. I don't really say like AI too much. No, maybe. Yeah, I don't really talk about those stuff.
AI A24.
Yeah,
It's not
before,
talking.
yeah. Henry, Henry, have you seen the movie? I don't do that. And it's
Filipinos
like-
don't small talk. Y'all never small talk.
Yeah, it's
Y'all
not-
just jump straight to business.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be weird if like you're gonna be like, oh, so have you tried this coffee place in here? And then people's gonna be like, what are you trying to sell me something here? Yeah,
Bro.
we're gonna be like, oh wait, I don't have money. Why are you talking
Yeah,
to
yeah,
me about
please
this
leave me
coffee
alone.
place? Yeah, leave me alone.
Hit those red
Yeah.
flags. Dude, I work
Yeah.
with this guy who's like, this small talk is out of control. Like, he'll take up half a meeting. Like, it's scary. So he'll be like, let me tell you a story. And we got people on the call that are very important. And he takes up 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Tells some stupid story about his son's baseball practice. And at the end of it, we're like, how could you be so unaware of time to allow that to happen? You are out of control, man.
Usually, like, there's this app, Riverside. You can use my referral code, and then like you can start your own like solo podcast, like Tim Dillon. Yeah, here
Get your
hands
thoughts
there.
out.
Yeah, yeah. Use this like as a It will save us 30 minutes. Yeah.
That story made us all dumber for having heard that. Anyway.
Maybe he's practicing that. Maybe he's doing open mics, and it's like using you guys as an as
I just
like
kept looking at the time like, dude, you are wasting our time here. He's like, anyway. So he was very American, very un-Filipino.
yeah.
Let's do it again.
Oh,
This
yeah.
baby martyr.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry, it ruined our flow.
Yeah, it's
Get out.
fine.
Get
I
out.
was just gonna say like thank you, Dale, and then for those guys listening, if you're in a team meeting, don't overshare. Like you can have like 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes is fine. Like how was your weekend? How was your day?
Yeah.
No, and then like go to the topics. Yeah,
Bro, and not even 5 minutes. It should be the small talk lasts until everyone that's needed on the call is present.
yeah.
So if you're like, oh, we'll give Karen 2 more minutes to join.
Yeah.
How's the weather in Kansas City?
Yeah, it should be like just fillers, right?
Yeah. You don't
Someone's
tell.
in, and someone's already in. They're like, okay, so we're gonna start.
You get up, Karen. Like, all right, Karen, shut up.
Yeah.
Karen, shut up,
Or-
Karen. No
yeah.
one cares about your kids.
Yeah.
We're gonna start the meeting.
Yeah. Oh, last weekend. Oh, you're talking too slow, Karen. Come on, everyone's here already.
Phil joined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk
We got
faster.
Dylan.
Talk fast.
Yeah.
Talk fast.
Wrap it up, Karen.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Like you're gonna have like a red light. The light's on, Karen. It should be starting already. Yeah.
Boo, boo.
But I haven't talked about my sports teams yet. You know,
Yeah.
she has all
Yeah,
the list of topics, so she has to talk
Yeah,
about.
my favorite
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs are. Shut up, Karen.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, I was only asking because we're just waiting for someone, but I'm not really interested. Okay.
Wasn't listening, Karen, at all.
Amazing. Yeah. That'd be funny. Yeah, the last person should be like the last person in the meeting. He should hear like just laughter and then stop, and then the meeting starts. That should be like that should be it.
We will now commence
Yeah.
our meeting. Yeah.
So he's gonna be like thinking like, were they talking about me? Why were they laughing when I got in? You know? Yeah.
The last
That
person
should-
was like, all right, shut up. He's here.
Sure. Yeah. And then you start like, okay, first on the agenda, that should be it. Like the last person should be like, because he's late, he should be like thinking like, were they talking shit about me or no? So that should be it. Yeah, that should be the setup. Yeah. No one's gonna be no one's gonna be explaining afterwards. Like, no, we were talking about just
Yeah, don't
Actually, it
either need to
happened.
be filled in.
it happened like when I was working in Texas. Like Dale knows our boss. Like, our boss, he's a pretty silent guy. I remember like he was late and not really late. It's the last in the meeting. It's not a Teams meeting, so it's like a real meeting. And then inside while waiting for him, we were talking about like I think it was a team building event or something like. And then someone was making jokes. We were laughing. So at the last part, like someone was laughing, ha, and then the door opens, walks in, and then as like the laughter died, like there's silence, like no one's talking anymore. And then when he was sitting, like, wait, why did you like suddenly stop laughing when I was in here? And then no one really explained. They were just like, no one really like cared to like. No, we were talking about different stuff. Like just like everyone just smiling, and then like that's it. Like silence. Like oh, that was
Poor
so
guy.
awkward. I was just
Oh.
laughing inside. Like I was like listening. Like oh, that's no one really cared to like explain to him. No, we're not talking about you. Because he was like thinking like, wait, why would he stop? And when I walk in,
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
just
just
so
laid in
funny,
bed
like-
that night. He was probably thinking about it for
Oh,
days
yeah.
afterwards. Like, so bothered by it.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
poor
must
guy.
be true because he's like pretty like analytical guy. So he might be like,
Yeah.
like wait, when I opened the door, he was like, angle theta when I opened the door. Like, you're like analyzing, like making
Mm.
formulas. Oh, they stop at this point. No, it must be me. Okay, it was just funny.
Yeah.
Like,
The zipper in his
Poor-
pants is like all the way down. It's like,
oh crap! I was like, poor.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Yeah.
rest in peace. Sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of
Reputation.
angles, like, did you know like gravity's not real now? Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go there.
That was the
Bro,
crazy thing. Like,
Terrence
what if he's right? Like, oh, what if he's right? Like at the start of that podcast, I was like, oh, I don't think like he was talking about like having memories like in his mother's womb. Okay, I'll just listen to him. But like midway, and then like later part, I'm like, wow, I'm not smart enough to like disprove this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a physicist. I'm not that smart to like. No, you're actually like making stuff up. No, because I don't know about the periodic table. I just know it from high school. Like afterwards, I didn't know. And then when the way he articulates, it's like he knows a lot about it. So I'm like, oh, what if he's right? I don't know. Like, is gravity not real? I don't know. What's going on?
I think he's
It's funny.
he can't. He's like 10% smart and 90% absolute moron. But I think he's got this like confirmation bias that he does where he latches onto something he believes to be true and he finds whatever small proof that it is and clings to that. Because Joe kept saying like, well, how is this received? Like,
Yeah.
if this was better received, this would
If you
be a
were right,
more
you would,
well-known thing.
Yeah.
And the periodic table thing, like, okay, like, sure, they had to present the periodic table in a way that made sense to students in high school to learn. They're not going to show it like a freaking spectrum.
Yeah,
It's
you're-
way, like it's too complex. You got to simplify it. Obviously, there's more. I don't know.
yeah, even the periodic table as we learn it, it's not even like when I saw it, I don't really, even though it's colorful, I'm not like, oh, I have to memorize this. No, yeah, it's not even easy to learn. Like,
No.
even at that age,
Sure.
right? And now they're adding like waves to it. Like, it's like some frequencies.
It's like the
Like,
sound,
nah.
the sound of an element. What?
Yeah,
What?
just make the sound of it. It's just gonna break
Yeah.
hydrogen.
I don't like that. My brain rejects that. I'm fine not knowing that. And Neil deGrasse Tyson,
He-
sort of spat in his face a little bit, which I get. I'd love to see them on a podcast together. I think you suggested that,
That'd be
right?
interesting. Yeah.
Louis, yeah, or
Yeah.
Gail, yeah.
I guess Terrence did say like he talked to Neil deGrasse Tyson, so I don't know if how the actual conversation went. No?
Yeah.
It's probably in a nightclub with like loud music.
Yeah.
Saturn isn't real.
Yeah.
What, dude?
You created Saturn. What?
Who creates
You created Saturn. Cool.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Un-
Like
One shot. Yeah.
two shots.
The Saturn.
And- Yeah. I wonder if it's still Neil deGrasse Tyson talking all night long. You know how
Billions of galaxies.
yeah.
Billions and billions of stars.
You know that
Yeah.
running joke where I guess on the I guess it's basically a clip of Neil Tyson deGrasse talking, let's say, about Mars, and then in the comment it's like Joe Rogan asking Neil deGrasse Tyson if he liked Snickers or the Mars bar, and he ends up explaining well,
Mars is a floating
Yeah.
ball in space.
yeah.
Think of it like a marble, a pool cue. Oh, dude, that's hilarious. Dude, I always go to the comments. Like, I had to go straight to YouTube to see the comments under that
Yeah.
Terrence Howard, Joe Rogan.
It's
Oh,
it's like crazy because when I was looking up like articles to like to disprove him, I think no one really cared to like do a research just to like
yeah.
just to prove that he's like spitting like stupid stuff, right? Because
Yeah.
the only article I've seen like no, there's actually like kinetic energy and what's the other one? The stationary one.
Potential.
Terrence was like saying like there's no really like everything's moving.
Yeah.
And then it's only up to that, like kinetic and what's the stored energy, Dale? Potential, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just that, and then like no one really explaining how he's wrong. So I think no one really cared enough to like do the research or to disprove him.
Yeah.
But the thing I was thinking, like, what if he's right now? Because the thing that was funny on that podcast was like, I think he said like he was going to destroy humanity with that technology. I don't know if you remember it. There was a part that then Joe was like laughing. He's like, because he's talking like a true villain. And then I see that he's really serious. Like, oh no. Yeah, but what
dude,
if
man.
he's right? It was just funny. I was like, what if he's right? So he's gonna destroy humanity. Because
Do you guys know if he has like amassed followers? You know how
No.
there are like flat earthers
Yeah,
who
like
believe
flat
the Earth's flat. Are there actual like people that believe in that thing that he's talking about?
Yeah, maybe after that
Yeah.
podcast, there's gonna be like people like
That's
how it
like the
was,
same thought, right? And I guess that podcast confirmed their bias. It's,
Oh, they latch on to him.
Yeah.
You're right. That's. I mean, now he will. And Joe Rogan, thank Joe Rogan for putting him on his show, but he did give him
Yeah.
a platform now,
yeah,
so that all these people who are crazy can probably be like, oh,
yeah.
he's now my god. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, he's gonna start something like Scientology. I think he calls it like the theology or something. Yeah, something. He has something in with it. Like the
Scientology. Dude,
like something like that. Yeah.
He said something silly like, he was backing some guy on something, and he was like, and they didn't like his, they didn't listen to his works because he didn't put any math into his equations or like into his book. And I was like, dude, math is the way you prove all these theories. He's like, You can't just write down theories and have no proof behind it. No one's going to listen to you, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, he's like,
Yeah, he's doing the 1 times 1 is equal to 2 thing. Yeah, I think that
Which-
was a big thing. Yeah.
like, and he can think that way, but and he's also not wearing a white lab coat. He's wearing like, you know,
A hoodie and
A
headphones
hoodie and,
outside.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, and he
It's
smokes.
because you're thinking of straight lines, Adam. It should be
Yeah,
waves.
it should. That was back when they thought that the Earth was flat. It's like, yeah, that sounds profound, but
It's the Catholic
can't be
Church,
that
Adam.
simple.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
Catholic Church because they want it to be the cross. That's why they're supporting the Cartesian plane. Yeah, they want everything to be a straight line. It's actually curves. Like no one's gonna be attracted to what was it? Cartesian woman or something like that. Yeah, no one's gonna be. Oh my god.
yeah, that was it. That was it. It was like,
Yeah,
we're
who's
attracted to
to
curves.
that. I like, wow. Yeah, it's the Catholic
Okay,
Church.
dude.
Okay. Oh my god.
He's surrounded by too many people who, like,
Like agrees with him.
don't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, he is so in his head, like
Yeah,
he's not even close to reality whatsoever.
Yeah, imagine the guy simulating the Saturn thing. Like, I'm not sure if it. That's why I'm so curious about that. I hope someone like disproves that, or even like prove that it's right. Because they say it's a model that they were able to recreate it. So if it's an actual model, like it should be true, right? Like, so I'm curious, like that person is actually doing the demo. Because apparently, I think he's a doctor of I don't know what kind of doctor, but. And then he's the one explaining, and then they were able to recreate Saturn because of that linchpin. I think he calls it a linchpin. I don't even know if it's a model, but yeah. So, and then they were able to replicate the hexagon thing in Saturn. So, it looks cool with the animation, but I don't know if it's actually true, right? Because you can just like make those animation like, oh, with this model we were able to recreate Saturn, but did it really, or is it just like, you know, effects? You're just like making it look good. You know?
It would be
And,
I'm positive. Like you said, like the fact that no one stepped up and proved or disproved or even cares enough to follow up on
no
it
one made an
means-
effort. Yeah,
It's nothing.
it means that the government is like, you see throughout the podcast, like his laptop's not working, his phone's not working. Yeah, it's the government, because the government, they try to like stop this information. God, I love that. I like that idea. Yeah, I was making it like they're creating this and they're making this stuff like a superhero in a movie. Like, yeah, they try to stop us, Joe. Yeah, crazy. I don't know if he's right. Like, he's gonna make a new propulsion system that's not dependent on fossil fuels, because apparently there's no waste. Everything just like goes to a different state or something. Yeah, I think that's what he said. Yep, it's the end of gravity, guys.
I guess we'll be flying now. Like, we'll be floating in the air.
And no waste. And then it's because of hydrogen. I didn't really understand the hydrogen stuff.
Thank you, Terrence Howard, for saving the world, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Imagine if he's right. Like, imagine like years from now, like there's gonna be like books about him. He's gonna be
Terrence
like
Howard Foundation.
Yeah, for
Terrence Howard
he's the
spaceship.
savior of this like world.
Yep. Or a Netflix special.
Yeah, or a documentary about him being friends with P. Diddy.
Yeah. It's like War Machine was right or no.
Yeah. I was actually on the island where,
Jeffrey Epstein.
on the island, that's where he thought about it.
That's the secret of that island. Like, you discover things that are, I don't know, doesn't make sense. That's funny. Yeah,
That's good.
that's good. It's very good. Yep. Thank you, Terrence Howard. Yep, we're at the hour, so I think pretty good.
Yeah,
And you're
it's
like
pretty.
closing remarks. Yeah, I like your
yeah.
lighting now, Adam. It's like a very serious scene.
Yeah.
I look like Jocko, the
yeah.
the military guy.
Good.
Yeah, good. Push ups. Sit ups.
Gravity is not real. Good.
More.
Periodic table is not real. Good.
Good. Sit-ups, push-ups, good. 4:30 a.m., good.
Good.
Leadership, good.
Yeah. You know what I think about it? Good. Yeah.
Perseverance, good.
Good. Yeah. Do some push-ups, pull-ups.
Good.
Yeah. That's just,
So-
I like that. Yeah.
Closing remarks. Yeah, it's getting darker. I don't know why. But I would just say thank you, Dale, for being the benefactor to this podcast, and thank you, Louis, for being our producer.
Yeah. That the intro is good. I'm just gonna talk about the intro in the next episode. How I came up with it. But we're gonna have that now. Like I can put it in the start of the episode and then this one, and that's it. So it's gonna look more real. You know, more real.
Oh yeah,
True,
all right,
yeah.
that's great. Dale, anything from you?
No, I was just going to say, it might be something I need to work, or we need to practice and work on how we close this out. You know, we talk and then suddenly how we end each of this podcast and how we start it, perhaps too. Like the in between, we're kind of like in it and kind of, you know.
Yeah. I mean, actually, we could just start by talking like how the weekend go. No, that's just actually that's a small talk that not limited small talk, like not the Karen small talk where you want her to stop. Yeah.
Shut up.
Sorry, Karen.
Shut up, Dale.
Sorry, Karen, but
It's enough.
You know what we mean, Karen. Yeah.
You know what you said, Karen.
Yeah.
And I think I know, you know, you mentioned earlier how we don't do small talk in the Philippines because like if you talk about the weather, it's really just either sunny or rainy. So you kind of
No.
you know, it's always
Yes, it's super hot.
yeah, it's always sunny
Or it's
or
rainy.
it's always rainy.
That's it.
Yeah, and this
Yeah, it's true. That's actually a good point. What are you going to talk about?
yeah.
Yeah. So just cause so thank you, Dale. We have 4 months. We have and we just like talk to the group chat if you can. I mean, we can do like 3 or 4. That's actually like a lot, and then like have clips about it. I keep like yeah. And you can actually log into the Instagram or like follow it if you want to see like what I uploaded in there. Yeah. And I'm just gonna tell everyone about it if we have like maybe another 2 or 4 more episodes, so that when they go in, it's gonna be a lot. And yeah.
Totally agree. I
Yeah.
think I still need to follow the page. So I'm going to check that out. And
So it's showing up on the feed now, right? Because there was that one guy who commented about
That's
about
we gotta
my
follow it.
yeah. It's the hashtag, so
okay.
it's
Alright.
good to have that, and then
That's good feedback though. Like very
we're fixing the mic.
Yeah.
You gotta fix the
And
mic,
then-
Karen.
For this one, if we have clips here, it's gonna be like it's a good thing that you have Jocko on, you know. It's gonna be like with the black
Good.
light. Yeah, good. Yeah, okay. So hang this up. Yeah, I think there's a no. Yeah, there's a. I know that shouldn't be it. Oh, I actually have the intro sound here. I said,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna explain how I came up with it. I use a longer roast.
yeah. So that's a wrap.
Alright.
Okay, so have a good weekend, guys. Yeah. And we're just gonna let you know if there's clips about this and so.
Yeah.
Right. And we're